The heart of the 713. It's fun, it's engaging, and it's uniquely Houston. H-Town's hottest new show, Chattin' with Chelsea. Here's your host, Chelsea Edwards.
Hey, besties! It is time for your midday turn-up. Thank you for joining me for another Chattin' with Chelsea. I'm your host, Chelsea Edwards. All right, we got a little Chelsea chat today, but I'm going to keep it brief because we have so much to cover. Many of you know I started as a reporter here at Fox 26. I used to do this thing called a one-tank trip. I go to places outside of Houston, show you what to do, how to have fun, and also where to eat. And people love that because I'm a foodie. I love to eat. So you could tell if I really like something because I do a little dance, do a little jig, and but I keep it, you know, kind of mid, kind of mild, right? Because it was still the news. But if you catch me out in public and I'm with my friends and I don't care about embarrassing them, you'll see me like really get into it, like popping, locking, bringing it down, yum, yum, all of that. So I went to a place recently that had me doing that. We are going to meet the owners of Dove's Restaurant today. Happens to be two guys, one married, one single. So they're also going to give us their take on a trending topic that we have got to talk about. We've been seeing this wives submitting to their husbands thing all over the social media channels. I know, there's a lot of back and forth, but we are going to get into that. Let's take a look at this video.
Things I do for my husband that most modern women don't agree with. In no particular order, number one, submitting to him. I don't look at me and my husband as equals. He is my head, he is my leader, and I respect and treat him as such. And there's nothing oppressive about it. This man treats me like a princess, and I love it, every single minute of it. Number two, I ask him for permission on certain things before I do it. Let's say a group of my girls and I want to go out to a place that we've never been before. I'm not going to just go. I'm going to ask my husband if he's okay with me going before I make any type of plans. And that's out of respect, because if he's not okay with where we're going or if he's not sure about the location, then I'm not going to go. I also wash his clothes, I clean up after him, I cook for him, I serve him his plate, and I take it back when he's done. I cater to him. I literally cater to him because he's the king and he should be treated as such. And I let him have the final say on decisions. I trust his judgment at the end of the day, and I know that he's always open to hearing and considering my thoughts, but at the end of the day, he's the man. I let him have the authority, let him have the final say on what works best for us. And even if things don't go as he planned originally, I'm not going to go ha-ha and laugh in his face. I'm going to still be by his side and support him. It's okay. Lesson learned. Now on to the next thing. Period.
All right, that was Jolene with our perfect tie-in to Relationship Wednesday. We have Dr. Viviana Coles, who's going to give us her spiel on the submitting thing. So we want to get the guys' opinion on this as well. So we've got Fred Wilson and Sam Williamson, owners of Dove's Restaurant. You guys are going to, tease our palates later with some food, but we want to get your take on this. So what was your reaction to that video? Let's start with you, Fred.
You want to start with me? Okay.
Yes, because you've been married.
Yeah, I have, yes.
For a long time now. You've been married almost...
we've been married, we're going into year 15 next year.
Nice.
We've been together, it'll be 20 years next year also.
What you think?
Let me touch on this. I'm going to be very honest about this.
Please do.
So, I love my wife. I can't speak on a woman. I'm going to speak on what I have at home. So we love, men should gravitate to women who have something of their own and who have substance and bring to the table some type of value. That's what I love about my wife. All I do as her husband is add value to what she already has. And I feel like you can get so much further that way versus when you have a woman that does bring something and when you have a woman that don't. With social media and all the things going on in the world, people see what others allow you to see. They don't really see the realness and the authenticity in real relationships.
But is she submissive?
My wife is very submissive to me.
Okay, there you go.
All right.
She's very nurturing, she's giving, she's unselfish, God-fearing, career-oriented.
Okay.
And and those are key qualities for me as her husband, the things that I love and I value in her.
Okay, all right. Well, Sam, I want to get your take on this because you were over here reacting, saying that's what I need.
Well, so I mean, I didn't even. She must have been born in the '80s. That's an '80s baby.
That's an 80s baby.
I didn't think they made them no more. But, so what's your question? Should a woman be submissive?
Yeah, is that what you look for since you're dating?
I I don't know if I necessarily look for it, but it's some quality that I must have, right? And sometimes when people look at submission, they think of something like a ruler, right?
Right.
I don't want to rule anybody. I want to tell anybody what to do, right?
Okay.
But I do want somebody that's going to be respectful, as will I.
What are some signs that this woman would be the submissive partner that you're looking for?
Because, if she takes directions, if you tell her something and she respects that, does she respect your opinion, right?
So if she's not taking direction, it could be something very simple, or she's pushing back on every little thing?
Absolutely.
Okay, all right. I just want to point out that both of you seem to be on one accord when she mentioned that she is treated like a princess. Like, because a lot of guys, they will talk about the submissive part, but they forget, this comes from a Bible verse, and the verse after that.
All my wife needs is met. If you have a woman in your life that's catering and pouring into you as the leader in your home, then you should definitely and absolutely be pouring into, this woman who's giving you her all.
Is that something that you grew into, or is that how you've always been?
No, it was a learning thing for me.
Okay.
But I wasn't too far off.
Yeah.
But I learned along the way, showing that you appreciate, because you can't have a woman that's always giving to you, and you're not giving back.
Right.
Because then she's giving you her all, and how are you pouring back into her? How are you filling her up?
So there are two sides to the equation: submission, but also treating her well, loving her.
Yeah,
correct.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Some men don't have that tutor, so I had a good tutor, so I'm tutoring my son. Like, it's funny.
And I'm tutoring Sam.
Yes, please.
Only on the marriage. Only on the marriage. But I'm tutoring my son. It's funny. I see my son now. Even we're out together. He's like, Dad, I got the tip. Right. Lets him know that he's the type of person that he's about reciprocity. So he's going. I'm not even worried about him, because my son Cooper is going to be that guy. Right. He's going to take care of his woman, and because he's going to take care of his woman, he's going to expect his woman to take care of him.
Okay. I think we need a mentorship program or something from you too.
There you go.
All right, we're going to bring you back later in the show so we can get some of your delicious bites from Dove.
Please.
But coming up after this break, we're going to talk to Dr. V and see how she feels about submitting. We'll be back. Subject: wives, submit to your husbands. We've been seeing that all over our social media channels. So here to discuss, Dr. Viviana Coles, our relationship expert. This has been very divisive.
Well, I'm leaning back on my chair just because if not, I might just jump out of it.
Couldn't wait to talk about this one. All right. So we've seen some women saying this is the way to go. Submit to your husbands. It's in the Bible. That's where they're getting this from. We're seeing men on that same side. But we're also seeing other opinions about, hey, is this really what we're doing nowadays?
Well, what we're doing and what we should be doing aren't always the same thing.
Ooh, good point.
And what I'm noticing is that all of the women who are using this word submission, they always have a caveat, which is, but it's because my partner's a good leader, but it's because I trust him.
Yeah.
And I think the part of the definition that they're missing out on is that submission is supposed to happen if you believe in that sort of thing, no matter what. And that's the problem.
Okay.
For a lot of women, they do struggle with the idea of submitting under any and all circumstances, not even if they're treated like a princess, right? We've heard about that.
Right.
I want to be treated like a queen. I want some power, some control over things so that I feel like I am a driver in my life, not just always in the back seat or even just the passenger. And if you don't get that, that's when things really start to fall apart. And it doesn't mean that you're not a godly person or that you're not a respectful person. It just means that there are going to be times where you have a big opinion and you want to be able to share it.
Yeah, so what I was talking about with the guys is that this comes from a Bible verse, right? women's wives submitting to their husbands. But the second verse that always seems to get left behind is that the husbands are supposed to love their wives, not act bitter towards them. You know, that part. See, so I think that's where the caveat is coming from. Yes. I mean, even if it's
very important. Very important to consider that, you know, how you're treated, how you are spoken to, and how your partner speaks about you in front of others as well when you're not even around is very telling of the type of connection that you have. And for a lot of women in these situations, they're feeling it and they're fine with it. But if it's something that you're worrying, like, I don't know that I can really trust that my partner wants more than just to control me and just to be at the head of it all, then it may not be for you.
What are some signs that it's gone beyond submitting to control?
Yeah, I would say a lot of interrupting whenever you're sharing. If you are sharing your feelings, you're sharing your thoughts on something, even if they asked you for them, if they tend to interrupt and do their own thing anyway, you're just a passenger.
Wow.
Another red flag would be that if you heard that they were saying things about you behind your back. You know, maybe they're all being cocky and, you know, arrogant, a little puffed up when you're not around talking about y'all's dynamics. I feel like that's not respectful, and that's not a good sign at all.
Yes. Okay. So another argument I'm seeing a lot of is this is about wives submitting to their husbands, but some guys who may not even have an intention of marrying you want you to submit. How do you address that? Because on the guy side, they're thinking like, well, I'm filling you out. I'm seeing if you are wife material. So can you submit to me? I want to see that in action before we even wed.
Well, that's a really tough one, because a lot of what works in these dynamics is that there is a proven track record that you are somebody trustworthy and that you are somebody who is always very considerate and thinking about my opinions and my thoughts and what my goals are, and taking that into consideration as the lead. So it's hard to do that when you're dating because you don't have a track record.
Right.
So for those that want that, I think they just need to be very open about, like, hey, this is what I'm looking to do. I'd love to be able to put us into opportunities and situations where we can practice these things and kind of get some feedback to see if this works. You got to get kind of methodical about it when you're dating.
Right. And so Sam was talking about women who were born in the 80s are the ones who, you know, who already know these things, but the more modern day women, maybe women who were born after, don't seem to be in this pattern.
Yeah, I'm going to go with they were born in the 70s. I'm an 80s baby, and this would not fly with me or anybody else, just because we're ambitious. We really have, we've developed our brains in such a way that we want to be able to use them and to be with somebody who's like, hey, it's all about me, or just go with the flow, sweetie, you're gonna love it. That would be really boring for me.
Ah, okay. Well, I wouldn't mind going with the flow. Like I don't want to make any more decisions right now.
Well, and that's what can be very appealing, is this idea that it's like, okay, let me just lean back. But for your whole life?
Oh, yeah,
come on, Chelsea. You
no. I know that much, yeah. So when it comes to being an independent, ambitious woman who still wants to be able to be in that role, that submissive role, how do you balance that? Are you constantly having to check yourself and telling yourself to lean back and let him take the wheel?
Have some place in your life where you can kind of stretch yourself. And at home, if that works for you and your partner, then go for it. And a lot of people do that just with their sex lives. You know, I was going to bring it back to sex.
Okay, of course.
A lot of people really enjoy having a very submissive personality and style in the bedroom, but everywhere else, they're up there as partners. So, I mean, this could be no different. Just depends on the way that you separate things.
Okay, and you need to have a conversation about all these categories?
Ongoing conversation, because what your definition of submission might look like could be very different than your partner's, or they could be very similar, but either way, you need to know.
Ooh, all right. Yeah. I love it. Get us together, submitting or not. Okay, guys, we'll be back after this break with some delicious date night bites from Doug. Relationship Wednesday. So, of course, we're looking for the hot spots to take our booze and potential booze. So, we've got the owners of Dove's Restaurant in Midtown Houston. We got Fred and Sam back with us again to actually, as they promised, bring us some food and feed us today.
And we tried our best. We
Yes.
did our best. I think we brought more than enough.
I think you really fulfilled your obligations on this show. Now, what makes Dove's a great date night spot?
Atmosphere,
Okay.
Vibe,
music,
We love that. We love that.
service.
For music, do you have live or DJ? What do you do?
Yeah, we have a live DJ. We have a live
okay.
DJ.
All right.
And we have entertainment there.
International DJs, though.
Yeah,
I must
international
say.
DJs.
Oh,
International
okay.
DJs.
Doing it big. All right.
Yes.
Okay, so let's talk about the food. I have made a visit, and I will say y'all had me doing my happy food dance
Love
over
it.
there.
Yes, yes.
Okay, so we've been talking about submitting and all that
Yes,
today. So
yes,
I'm a woman submitting to my man and letting him order for me, what do you say the guys should order for their dates?
So with my wife, I would order the gumbo, the Mr. Frank's.
Mr. Frank's. Okay.
Gumbo
Frank.
dumpling.
Yes.
As an appetizer, start
Yeah,
off?
that
Okay.
is an appetizer. So I
Nice.
would definitely order this for her, and it's a table pour. The next one would be the Palo shrimp,
Which is my favorite.
which is Sam's favorite.
All right.
You could try that.
I sure will. What else
the
we
taste
got?
explodes in your mouth.
Yes, it does. I would lead into the orange chicken over the stir fry, which is very popular as well.
Okay.
And this is the hottest seller, which is our oxtail yakome.
Okay.
Love it.
And
I've had this. This is incredible. I can't ever remember the name. I'm just like the yaka dish. Yaka dish. Okay.
So
Yaka me.
this is our hottest seller out of all our items, and we cannot keep it in.
Yeah.
It goes. Then we have our Asian smokehouse short rib, which is to die for.
Love it.
Everything
Love
is
it.
to die for at this place.
That's what we try to make it. We try to make it to die for.
Okay.
Definitely try to do that.
Sam, what are you ordering for the ladies?
So, if you're a vegetarian, right, we have the kale and collard green egg rolls
Oh, don't mind if I do.
with an aioli with it.
Okay.
Great spicy aioli, right?
Nice.
Another appetizer that everyone really likes.
I love
is the
that one.
shrimp
I
toast
love that one.
Okay.
with a hot chili aioli. So
This
amazing.
is so good.
Right?
Vegetarian.
The first time, yes. So the first time I had that from our chef, I thought that it had meat. I was like, what type of meat is this?
What-
I was like, oh, I love this. I could be a vegetarian with that.
So you're covering all the things.
Correct. Yeah.
What do y'all like to do for date night? Okay, so Fred, you've been married, with your wife for almost 20 years.
Correct, yeah.
How do you continue to do things that are, different? Have
Keep
fun?
it spicy.
You got to keep your woman on her toes and keep her interest aroused at all times. So I like to be a very spontaneous husband to my wife. I would fly her out of town just to take her out on a date, or we would try new spots. It's just a lot of things you have to do to be creative, because in relationships, sometimes it could become routine, and things could become boring. So you have to do things to kind of like win your wife at all times, like what you did initially when you met her.
Yeah.
Because you want to keep the love like always where it is, instead of it diminishing. You want to keep it going up at all times.
Do you sometimes like kind of rotate who's planning the dates and things like that?
Well, yeah, sometimes, but I'm mostly I'm
do the
the
heavy
guy that,
lifting?
yeah, I do it.
Don't
My
mind
wife,
at
she's
all.
just like, she go with the flow. Now sometimes she'll take over and wanna roll with and take over that driver role.
Okay.
But it's always me though, for the most part.
All right. All right, Sam, you've been in these streets.
Yeah.
Not to tell all your business.
Tell it, baby, tell it.
You could do me like that, huh?
What do you do when you want to impress a date, right?
I think it's the same thing. We talk a lot. He's married. I'm single. I don't know about it in the streets, but I'm single, and it's the same thing, man. You have to date your woman at all times.
Correct.
And sometimes men get complacent. Once they get you, they stop doing the stuff that they got you.
did to
get you,
Right.
yeah.
So you have to keep it at that level, right? And that's why we created Dove, so you'll have somewhere at a high level to bring your woman.
Would you bring your date to Dove's?
Oh,
it's your
absolutely.
workplace. but
Super
it's-
sexy.
Okay.
Absolutely.
All right. Well, speaking of super sexy, do you like your dates to wear something sexy.
Oh, absolutely. If you're with me,
what
absolutely.
do you like? You like a
I
little
want it sexy but tasteful.
Okay, that's
sexy
the key.
but tasteful.
That's the key.
Yeah.
All right.
At all times.
I love class, you know, but I don't mind showing a little skin.
A little shoulder action. Okay.
Absolutely.
Do guys still do flowers and things like that for dates?
I do.
Okay.
Yeah, I do that. I find myself doing it quite often for my wife sometimes.
Nice.
Just to, just to let them know that you're thinking about them, and especially when they work a lot, and they're kind of like tied up in their personal life, what they got going on with their responsibilities. You kind of want them to still know you're thinking about them when you're doing what you have to do.
Got it. Okay, so that's something you might do too.
Oh, absolutely.
If you really like her.
If I really like her.
Okay, all
I'm
right.
going to invest in you. You know what I'm saying?
That's the key.
Yeah, I invest if I like you.
Okay, all right. We gotta go, but before we go, I want to get in some dessert.
So that is my favorite.
That's your favorite.
By far, right? So let me make sure I say it right because it's his mom's recipe. It's named after his mother. Well, version of her recipe.
Correct.
Right. So help me with this. It's
the Dixie Fortune Peach Cobbler.
Dixie Fortune Peach Cobbler. Okay, all right.
It's like a fortune cookie.
With the richest ice cream you ever want, homemade ice cream you ever want to taste in your life.
Okay, Sam, you see this signal?
Yeah.
This means
bring it
to Chelsea.
Okay, bring it to Chelsea.
Let me check it out.
There you go.
All right. Okay, guys. Thank you so much for giving us the insight on how you keep things spicy and how you date in these streets.
Date in the streets.
Keep it out the streets. Keep it out the streets.
Yeah, keep it at home. Don't let it be in the streets, baby. Keep it at home.
This, and we'll be back with some takeaways right after this.
All right, sounds good.
Our guests, Fred and Sam from Dove's Restaurant, for submitting their delicious bites and their opinion. Also want to say thank you to Dr. V for helping us out this Relationship Wednesday. Now, if you are with the right person, don't forget to have that conversation about what submission looks like and when, where, and how that might happen. Let us know how it's going on our social media pages at Chelsea Show Fox, and we'll see you next time for the next Chattin' with Chelsea.